He's going to bring the seat over to him?
Yeah, I'm assuming so here pretty soon.
Do you want to be on Periscope or not, Tice?
What's that?
I said, do you want to be on Periscope or not?
No,
Oops, you are.
Photogenic.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're just watching winter wheat. Hey, Chuck. Glad you joined. Yo, Chuck. I'm going to give you a horizontal here. Hello from Texas. How you doing? Carrie from Texas.
All this technology, huh, Grandpa?
There we go. We're going to give you a horizontal view here, folks.
What's that?
Hey, hi, wifey. So we got Tice here. Tice is Eli and Isabel's cousin, and we got Grandpa here in the front seat, and Isabel's been doing a little driving around here. So we're just out in one of the fields here, and cousin Callan's in the tractor here, and there's a 86-foot wide cedar here, air cedar.
What's that?
Little windy. Oh, thank you, Carrie. That's okay. It's kind of fun to ride around with you earlier today, Carrie. Thanks for the hearts. Chuck from DC. Yes, sir.
I think we might take it off.
Oh, I suppose I could. Although I'm getting a pretty good view here. I think I'm getting a good view here. Yeah, Chuck was, Carrie, if you haven't met Chuck, he scopes from DC. And I'd highly recommend following him if you get a chance, because he scopes all kinds of interesting sites around the DC area, and he's got some pretty great early morning scopes.
Alright. Good seeing you. Take it easy, Joe.
Hey, good seeing you, Tice.
Good to see ya.
All right. All right, Chuck's the Blue Star. So now you can see a pretty good view of the air cedar coming through here. Yeah, well, great. Okay. All right, we're going to move around a little bit so we can get a better view here. See you guys. All right. We're gonna see how good Isabel drives here. We almost got a good shot of an antelope earlier. Oh, we're good here. I think I can. Here, we'll just try that. There we go. Oh, just don't shut her on me. Here, I'll duck through here again. There we go. Kind of hard to hear in the wind. I can hear better down here. Here comes Here comes Callan. Hey, Greg. Good to see you, Greg. Oh, Greg's live. All right, we got Colton. Callan. Hey, how you guys doing? Colton's been seating some, huh? You been working hard, Colton? Yeah. How you doing? Can you give us a wave? What'd you say? You been seeding, Colton? Callan started at about that age, and I tell you, old Callan, he can do about anything. So I tell you, they're good teachers for my kids. They great place to hang out in the summertime for both the kids. So we like to come up here and spend quality time, especially on the weekends. Good place to relax, as long as they don't make work us too hard. What are you getting into? Yeah, this is Big Sky Gardens, and this is Montana. So we're up a ways from Wyoming. we're actually closer to the Canadian border. In fact, just over the hill, I'm going to point out, just over the hill in this direction, Chuck, is the Sweetgrass Hills, and that's right at the Canadian border. You can't see them, but you can see the Bear Paws Mountains off in the front here. But if we look up this way, this is the way towards Canada, and as the crow flies, I think it's probably, oh, I don't know, probably what, 60, 70 miles to the Canadian border, but that's Canada. So we're much closer to Canada than Wyoming. But we just wanted to get a nice little scope in of the tractor as it's air seeding and putting the winter wheat into the ground. And of course, that winter wheat, it's an interesting process. I'm going to turn this way so I don't get as much wind, but what happens here in the country, it's so dry that what they'll do is they'll farm a patch of ground about every other year, just to allow enough moisture to collect, and then they seed into this what they call Kim fallow. And what happens is then they let the other remaining portion sit for a year to collect moisture. And the air seeder, it's 96 foot wide, and it inserts the wheat about 6 inches deep into the ground. And then what happens, the winter wheat will sprout up during this time of year. It'll freeze over, and a process called vernalization, vernalization occurs, and that wheat actually has to freeze in order to grow next spring. So it actually has to freeze before it can continue its growth cycle and complete the growth cycle in order to produce the wheat seeds next year. So it'll freeze over the winter time after it sprouts here in the fall, and then lay dormant, and then once it warms up after it freezes in the springtime, it'll then finish or complete its life cycle and produce the wheat. So the winter wheat will be able to be cut a little earlier, and then in the springtime they'll seed some more wheat, but it's a different variety called spring wheat, so that all the wheat doesn't come all at one time. So the spring wheat will mature a little sooner than the winter wheat will mature sooner than the spring wheat, so that they can collect everything over a 2 to 3 week period, so all the wheat doesn't mature right away. And so they have a little bit of, about a 3 week window period in order to harvest at that time. So they're going to take off again. I'm just going to show you the scope as they take off here now. And old Colton and Callan are away they go. So you can get a good view of the actual air seeder as it goes by us. And you can see there's a multiple areas you can, and I don't know how well you can see. If I had one of your telescopic lenses, I could focus in on the process, but they're digging into the ground now and putting that seed right into the ground here. But thank you all for joining, and you guys have a good rest of the weekend and have a good Sunday. And Chuck, thanks for scoping earlier. I appreciate that. I'm going to finish watching your scopes, and sure nice watching yours, Carrie. You guys have a good weekend.